Hey there everyone, welcome back to another episode of No Man's Sky. As always, I'm Captain Beefy, that's my little buddy there. Check him out. Oh, he just walked right through me, that was weird. We are doing another No Man's Sky video, obviously. And today what we're going to do is we're going to get the special, though, I think it's called the Bathysphere helmet. We did the Shroud of Freedom a couple nights ago. That mission kept popping up. This mission keeps popping up. It's the Dreams of the Deep mission. You can see it down there in the lower right-hand corner. And I just kind of want to get it out of the way. I'll show you how long it takes approximately to get this finished up. It's a little series of jumps and all that. But it's some cool stuff. So let's cue up the music and we'll get right to it. Alright, so first off, this mission is going to pop up automatically at some point during your travels after you've warped enough times or whatever. It's going to take you to a system that has a water-based planet. There is a lot going on in this mission that will give you some of the cool things like the nautilon and stuff like that that you can use on your travels. So we're going to head down to the planet that it's trying to bring us to, and I'll meet you guys down there and we'll get it started up. Alright, so our journey begins here at this little building on the planet. You can see it's got the little Dreams of the Depths insignia there. We're going to have to go inside, and there should be... where is it? There it is. The distorted voice. So we're at a transmission tower right now. So we're going to go ahead and get this going on. It'll tell us to collect an upgrade module. And that's basically an underwater protection module, right? You're going to want these. You can see it's just like the three I already have. So before you even get started, this will be a help, the aeration membrane, help you swim underwater longer. If you don't have any of these, you do get one for free right in the beginning, but a couple others won't hurt. And another important thing is the jets that allow you to travel underwater a little more efficiently. Where are those? Efficient water jets enabled, so that's another big help. You can get that from the anomaly along with this, so highly recommend them if you're going to be doing this mission. It'll make life a little bit easier. So we went ahead, we got our first little spot taken care of that we need to do, and lost the mission. There we go. So we have to follow the signal trace. So, boom, use the scanner. And we've got their signal traced. So where is it? There it is. Off planet. So yeah, we'll be going to a nice water-based planet now. And the rest of this mission is pretty much going to be underwater. Yeah, go away, drones. We don't need no stinking drone interference right now. Alright, so I'll meet you on the first planet, or the second planet we have to visit, and we'll get moving. Alright, so this is your typical water planet. I don't know if you've come across one of these yet. If you haven't, there are not a lot of places to land on them, so this part of the mission can be a little challenging, you know, until you get your nautilon and stuff like that at least. But you'll see, yeah, Yeah, not a lot of places to land. This one's got more land than most, as you can see off in the distance, but as far as the distance we need to travel, approximately 150 U in the water, which isn't too bad. In fact, it's right down there. I can see it already. Oh, but we got toxic water, making things a little more complicated. I'm glad I have the toxic protection as well as the underwater protection. That's a huge help. And here's our little stranger ship data thingy that we're going to talk to. This is kind of a cool story. It's kind of a sad story. So here's where you'll get the nautilon plans for free. And the marine shelter if you don't already have it. And check it out, we got a little crashed ship here. Can you claim it? Nice little B class, yeah, why not claim it, right? Can always trade it in later. But yeah, we've got that. So this is an underwater chamber. These basically work as a little like safe spot. As you can see, I'm not taking any damage from the toxicity right now, and I'm not using up any air. But it wants us to construct a nautilon submarine, so that's going to take a little bit of effort here. We're going to need some crystal sulfide and some metal plating. We already have plenty of salt. Crystal sulfide's not too hard to find. You're going to look for these. Let's see if we can spot any right away nearby. Not seeing any nearby, but we'll zip around and you'll see what it looks like real quick. We need 4 of them, so we're going to have to hit 4 different, or 2 different outcroppings for the sulfide. Now you will find oxygen underwater. There are plants that will give you oxygen and refill it so you don't have to surface constantly. Just keep your eyes open for those. They look like this over here. I'll show you some. You can see there's plenty of salt to be had underwater. But yeah, this is the kelp right here. You just replenish your oxygen with that. Like I said, they're everywhere pretty much. There's some crystal sulfide up ahead. See that? So these are weird little outcroppings. They have 3 crystal sulfides on it. Ooh, and look at this. An abyssal horror. To let him open his eyeball at us and then we'll shoot him. Pretty cool, right? You can get a hypnotic eye from him, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Alright, so here's the crystal sulfide. Let's go ahead. You have to actually pluck it off of here. These things will put out a big blast of hot, steamy water, so you want to be careful with them, because they can hurt you. You can see you get a little bit of a warning rumble, and then boom, the blast. Only lasts a couple seconds. We'll grab 3 crystal sulfides off that first one, then we'll go find another one and grab a couple more. We may as well grab all 3, that way we have a couple extra, you know. We're going to be at the outcropping anyway. Top off our O2. Oh, we're back to this location here, okay. Let's go this way a little bit. Again, anytime you have an ocean planet, stuff's pretty easy to come across. And here we go. There are lots of great resources underwater. You can get pearls, the living pearls. Excuse me, you can get hypnotic eyes, and you can get the I forget what core it is, but there's a certain core you can get, not the larval core, but the other one. There's submerged relics, all kinds of neat stuff. So it's fun, you know, doing some exploration down here and getting the goodies that you need. But we're going to construct the nautilon right now, so let's go on down. Oh, we're going to probably need some Yeah, we're definitely going to need some ferrite dust because we needed some metal plating. That might be a little harder to find underwater. Well, we can get some off of here. It's mainly going to be salt. Yeah, look at all the salt we get. 34. Actual chlorine off of that one, huh? Chlorine dihydrogen. Oh, you gotta watch out for these guys, these little like jellyfish dudes. When you're mining stuff underwater, sometimes they'll pop up and give you a little bit of a hard time. There's some more ferrite dust. There's the armored clam. You can shoot those and they'll open up and give you the ability to collect some pearls from them. You know, 1 pearl each, I believe. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and get some more ferrite dust, and then we'll go construct that thing and check it out. So I may have to go to the surface, but I'm going to try and gather everything underwater. I'll let you know if I had to go to the surface or not. Alright, so I ended up going back up to the top there and getting a little bit of ferrite dust. I could have just pulled it off my freighter as well, but we do have enough now to make the nautilon chamber. 100 salt, 4 crystal sulfide, 5 metal plating, and there it is. So yeah, there's your step 2 done. Make sure you got ferrite dust on you, or at least bring 5 metal plating with you. That'll make life a little easier. Construct a hydrothermal fuel cell to fuel the nautilon. So salt, cytophosphate, and carbon. All of this can be found underwater very easily. We'll make 2 of them. And we'll go ahead and power this thing up. There we go. And then just like everything else, you can custom, give this thing some custom colors. Match your look or whatever you want to do. You end up with a pretty cool color on it, right? Alright. So, what's next? This is not the best of the exocraft, but it is kind of fun. And, it's a huge help getting around underwater. You don't have to worry about your oxygen all of a sudden, as you can see. But we've got another destination to find now, so let's see what it's telling us here. Test the nautilon by exploring the deep. Alright. So we basically just have to cruise around until something triggers. We don't have any scanners installed. But we did get a repeater signal, and it's a little ways out there, so that'll be step 3. I'll meet you there. Alright, we're coming up to our 3rd stop here. So as you can see, we've got an abyssal horror. There's probably 2 or 3 of them here, to be honest with you. It's good to take a look around. Yep, there's the second one. So we want to go inside this building. So let's hop out real quick and get our pulse spitter ready. We'll knock that dude right down, grab his eyeball. One of the rarer things in the game to find. You can get these on derelict freighters and, you know, from missions and stuff like that sometimes. But this is, I think, the only way you can really get it in the wild is through getting one of these guys. Alright, so we're going to go inside here, get the terminal, and talk to it. Get all that good residual goop off of there, and see the next sad part of the story. Alright. So, we now have a couple new things that we can make. We can make the solar mirror, and we can make the sonar for the ship. We're going to need another crystal sulfide for that. We can actually build the solar mirror right now because we have enough stuff for it. So yeah, let's build our solar mirror real quick. And we got to find another one of those crystal sulfide locations. And there should be one close by. There usually is. So I'll go ahead, grab that. We'll build the sonar, and I'll catch up with you after that. Alright, so it turns out there was one right behind us here. So I got it. We'll go ahead and install the sonar now. As you can see, we've been taking a lot of toxic exposure, so our shields are completely worn down, those little triple shields. We can always refill them, but we're not really going to need to anymore because we got the nautilon. So now it says use the high-powered sonar to detect and explore sunken wrecks. So here, this is cool. This is just like the one you get for on the surface, but you can look for different types of buildings, freighters, and all that fun stuff, right? And this one wants us, I think, to search for a building, aquatic structures, and wrecks. A freighter. Okay, we're looking for a freighter, so let's go ahead, pop that open, scan for the freighter. And it looks like we got it. It's about 8 minutes away, 9 minutes away, just about, so I'll see you guys there. Alright, we're getting pretty close to the sunken freighter. These things are pretty cool looking, I'm not going to lie. We just did a video, what was it, yesterday, on crashed freighters, right? And what you can find on them. And, you know, they're cool looking and all that, but when they're underwater, there's just something really intimidating about it. Especially, like, let's go up to the surface real quick, just take a peek. The way it breaks the surface, you know, and yeah, it's pretty wild looking. Alright. Most of the time in this mission, you're going to spend traversing the planet in this little nautilon at a horribly slow rate. If you have a... oh, what's it called? The little Nomad. That is well worth using because that will just skim the surface of the water like a little water beetle, and it's a lot quicker. So if you have that, you know, you can get around using the nautilon. Nautilon's fun, it's cool, but it's slow. So this is our fourth stop. Aquatic construction modules. Cool. Let's shut down the signal. And as you can see, we get a lot of stuff for building underwater. 10 items learned. So if you haven't purchased the underwater building stuff, well, now you'll have it. Alright, so we got to search for the crew now. We're going to look for sunken buildings. This will be our fifth stop. And let's see how far we've got to go now. Again, your mileage may vary on the length of this mission, but it seems like everything's always about 7 to 10 minutes away. So it's kind of tedious, you know. I'll give you a warning on that. Plan on spending, I would say, roughly around 45 minutes to an hour doing this mission. I've been kind of lackadaisical on it right now, so it's taking me a little longer than I normally do it in, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, I'll see you at the next building. Alright, well, we're at the next building, and you may be asking yourself, why am I on my Pilgrim? And that's a very good question. The answer is, we had a couple pretty big islands to traverse to get here. And instead of going around them, which would have taken probably an extra 10 minutes, I just, you know, drove through them on my Pilgrim. I summoned it in and just drove over the islands. And it just so happens this building was very close to the edge there, so I decided just to take the Pilgrim down for the fun of it. Of course, now I'm going to have to do all kinds of work to get it back into running, you know, running properly. Alright, 5th stop, corrupted terminal. Let's do it. We'll read the log. Let's see the sad fate of these people. So we're still looking for the crew. We're going to have to make a 6th stop. So let's go ahead and bring our nautilon back because our Pilgrim just ain't going to do it in the water. I did have to use my second fuel thing that I made, so be prepared. Have a couple of those built up. Alright, only 4 minutes this time. I'll see you there. Alright, stop number 6. Here we are. Again, we had to do the same thing with the Pilgrim because we had another island in the way. So this is also extreme weather planet, so I did grab a couple storm crystals while I was on my way over here. You know, doing a little multitasking. Alright, let's head on inside and check out this forgotten terminal. Lots of goop, guys. Free nanites, right? Log continues. So yeah, the tragedy continues with these people. And we got to search for the crew again, so let's bring our nautilon back down. And we're still searching for sunken buildings, so let's do it. "12 minutes this time, good lord. Alright guys, I'll see you in a bit. This is going to take well over an hour for me today. Alright, I ended up breaking out the spaceship for this one. It was such a long leg of the journey and there was so much land in between, it was just not worth doing it any other way. So, here we are at the 7th location. Definitely grab the couple eyes you can get. They'll come in handy at some point. Are you looking at me? There we go. Lining them up can be annoying. Okay. Let's see what happened to the crew next. I'm sure we'll find them and they'll be fine. 399 souls. Wow.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Yeah, not looking good for the crew, is it? Now it says look for the remains of the crew. So things are definitely not panning out well for him. This just wants a regular little scan there, so we did that. Distance scouted 10, 11. I think we just got to drive around now. There we go. Alright, another 12 minutes. I'll be taking the spaceship again this time, so I'll see you guys there. Alright, yeah, we went ahead and took the spaceship because, man, that was a long distance to fart around with in the nautilon and all that. Come on, wake up. There you go. Yeah, those things will like hypnotize you and put a hurting on you. I like to kill them before I go in just because it prevents anything weird from happening when I'm inside doing my little mission. Alright, the Forsaken Terminal. Let's see what happened to these guys. Alright, so we found the remains of the crew. What's next? Nothing. We're done. So I'm going to go ahead and meet you guys on the space station or the anomaly, whatever, and we will check out our prize from this, which is the helmet from the crew. I think it's called the Bathysphere, which is pretty cool looking. Definitely one that probably not a lot of people have in the game overall. I think this is kind of a... Yeah, it's not like a necessary mission to do. None of the missions are really necessary, but if you don't do this mission or if you abandon it halfway through, it may easily fall by the wayside, and you'll never end up seeing this thing. So I'll see you guys up top. Alright, so we're here at the appearance modifier. Go in right to the head, and where is it? There it is, the Lost Bathysphere. So as you can see, it's pretty sweet looking, right? Looks like one of those old style diving helmets from back in the day. Let's go ahead and we'll wear this one with pride for a little bit. It's a little big on this body, but it's pretty cool looking. I love the lighting up of the you know, the lights that come out of it and all that. Really, really sweet looking helm. So easy to get, took just over an hour for me. Had I used the ship a little more often than I did, I probably would have got it done closer to 45-minute range. Definitely would have got it done a little closer to the 45-minute range. So don't be like me and take the nautilon as much as I did. You know, it's fun riding that thing around and all that, but for time, for time purposes, if you use your ship to jump from island to island, it'll be a lot more efficient. So if you found this video useful at all, a like would be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell for notifications. I will see you all next time. Until then, peace.